Ranking villains by their chances of beating Gamma Jack.
Alright, I've been coming across multiple videos about a guy named Gamma Jack. He's a hero from The Incredibles with the ability to project radiation bursts. He also beat the 5th version of the Omni Droid but was packed up off screen by the 6th one. He was also rated a 7.9, which is the second highest to Mr. Incredible's 9.1, so he's a pretty legit dude. So of course I thought that would make for a great ranking video, so here we are. Today I'll be ranking villains by their chances of beating Gamma Jack from The Incredibles. As always, this will be based entirely on what I know about the character.
You got characters like Mystique in this hoe.
Characters and what I think would happen in a hypothetical situation. And since there's literally zero footage on this guy, all we have are some tapes where he tells us a little about himself and the NSA power thing. I have free range to come up with these scenarios and results. But before we get started, let's go over the tiers. No chance. Gamma Jack would pack them up, no sweat. They have zero chance of winning. Could land a few juicers. They'd be able to land a few licks, but that's about all they'd be able to do. Bit of a scrap. They're both busted up and just scrapping it out. Peter Griffin versus the chicken type of fight.
Those fights were brutal too. They were brutal.
It's just a good competitive scrap. They could beat Gamma Jack. It's not a 100% guaranteed win, but they definitely.
Gamma Jack is like really hard to understand in terms of power. If he was made up like he said, if he's a 7.9, Mr. Incredible is a 9.1, and he defeated Frozone's Omnidroid, that makes him. That means about 7 out of 10 times Mr. Incredible beats Frozone. And Frozone took on the underground heroes, Brick, Lightning Dude, Crush, all of them. He beat all of them, but he only lost because he was protecting the kids. I'm more than positive if Frozone fought them all by himself, he would come up with that dub. He was already winning.
Could beat Gamma Jack and or have a high chance of doing so. Could win because he tried to lay pipe. A little more lore on Gamma Jack. In his tapes, he explains how he has a tough time taking out good-looking female villains.
But I tell you, once in a while.
Oh my god, Mystique is winning. That's Sanji level a caveat. Sanji can't hit women. This is the same thing.
Wow, the real kicker is I get these dames, man, these dame villains, and they got the curves and the hair and the big eyes, and boy, those ones, they're really, really hard to kill.
So he might try to lay some down on him and get clapped up. They'd beat Gamma Jack. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into this. Conquest. Now, Gamma Jack doesn't have any increased durability or anything like that. He's not bulletproof or anything. Now,
I like to imagine these when it's like this. I like to think of it in my own head. I think his strength compared to Mr. Incredibles, Mr. Incredible can easily knock down a building and send the Omnidroid flying, which is it's crazy heavy too. Right? But the building was burning. I'll give him that. But I'm pretty sure if he did one solid punch, he could destroy it. From looking at it right now, I would say he could probably destroy a city block just because of the type of power he has. Oh no! If they're talking about physical strength, then I'm gonna say punch a car. I'm gonna say punch a car. I'm gonna say that's the best he can do. Punch a couple cars. All right. His endurance, he can with like endurance in terms of what? Like his flight endurance. I don't really know if flight endurance is a thing. We're talking about like running. If I had to go after this, I'm gonna say he could run probably an 800 meter about 3 times before getting tired. Cause you gotta understand he is still enhanced human, no matter what. Right. His intelligence, I don't really know how to rank intelligence. Like what kind of intelligence though? Like IQ, better IQ. I don't know. Agility, his legs cramp up the second he tries to do a squat. All right. Indestructibility, he get packed up by a cat.
Jack doesn't have any increased durability or anything like that. He's not bulletproof or anything. And even if he was, I don't think that would matter. Conquest is just significantly faster, stronger, and just better. Dude damn near leveled a city with one punch.
Yeah. I said the best he probably could do physically, punch a car.
Jack's little radiation blasts aren't going to do shit to Conquest.
Yep, Conquest, he tanked Adamy's blast. Yep, he ain't doing
nothing. So I think
nothing.
Conquest fucks him up pretty quickly and easily. So Conquest will be going in. They'd beat Gamma.
Yep, I think that's right. I think Gamma Jack will probably like put a patch on his face, but that's about it.
Jack. There's just nothing Gamma Jack can do here. Mystique.
So Sanji loses to any and all women. Right, this is sort of that situation.
I'm about to bust.
Gamma Jack would have some trouble here because not only is Mystique a bad blue bitch, but she could also just shapeshift into something that would really do him in. Like, imagine he's tasked to take her out, but he rolls up on her and she shapeshifted into Sabrina Carpenter with dark hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be toast, so I know this motherfucker would be too. He'd be caught off guard, he might try to do something dumb, and then bam, Mystique would pack him up. Let's not forget,
Yeah, he does have trash their ability, yeah. She kicked him in the head, he's cooked.
Mystique is actually lethal if she can catch him off guard.
Isn't Mystique superhuman? Or could she just transform? It's like to transform, like she transforms into Logan a lot, and she be swinging and cutting shit with the claws, right? So I think she would have to be a little bit enhanced, not in like mutant level of normal enhanced, but enhanced compared to humans, if that makes sense.
He's done. So I'm going to be putting Mystique in could win because he tried to lay some pipe. If you disagree, then you don't know what you're talking about. Red Mist from Kick-Ass. Red Mist has no power.
I watched Kick-Ass before, but I have no idea who this is. I think he has a Batman car though. I think that's it.
Powers. He's also untrained and not the sharpest tool in the shed. I think if Gamma Jack rolls up on him,
Oh my god, I didn't see his face close up. Oh my god, that is not.
unfortunately, I don't think there's any situation where Red Mist wins.
I'd whoop his ass. We're probably the same height, and I think I'd still pack him up.
Even if he has a gun, Gamma Jack can completely disintegrate him from up to 100 meters.
Focus burns to complete disintegration. Maximum range of high intensity output is 100 meters. Sharp intensity fall off over distance. So he got take damage. Is that what I'm getting? He has take damage. He blasts you. You're just gonna be like a Minecraft character and just take damage like for like 15 seconds.
Away, which is wild. So yeah, Red Mist is cooked. He's going to be going in, no chance. Deadshot. Now this one kind of depends on who comes after who first.
If he lands one bullet, it's wraps for him. If he lands one bullet, it's wraps. It really does depend on who hits who first. If Gamma Jack hits him first, it's wraps for Deadshot. He could probably tank the shot, like survive the shot, like the gut punch or the punch, whatever. But his bones are his like entire skeleton's probably like shattered a little bit. Or you can just grab him, fly him up, and drop him. He'll do that too. It depends on who lands the first hit.
But based on Deadshot's character, he would probably be hired to take out Gamma Jack. And Deadshot's main way to do that would be to one-shot him from a distance without them ever knowing what's going on. If Gamma Jack caught him lacking, I could see him taking the cake, but I don't really see that happening. So in my totally expert, very trustworthy, and solid opinion, Deadshot would probably smoke him from a distance and call it a day.
Okay, so he's going very situational. He's being very situational. He's saying, yeah, Deadshot's hired to kill him. So it's a sneak attack, pretty much, right? I don't really like sneak attacks in these sort of matchups because it has to be fair. So I'm going head to head, like they just meet up in the street, right? But by his scenario, Deadshot's winning 9 times out of 10, right? But if we're going by they meet up and just start scrapping, I think Gamma Jack wins 7 times out of 10. No, 6 times out of 10.
But I guess since this isn't a 100% guarantee, I'll put Deadshot and could beat
they could.
Gamma Jack. If they face head on, he'd probably lose. But if he does what he normally does, he'd smoke him.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I just said.
A polar bear.
What?
Now,
Raps.
you might be thinking, why the hell is a polar bear on this list? Well, mainly because I just watched like a wild documentary on them. Actually, that's 100% why I'm doing this, but it doesn't matter. From what I can remember, they can legit one-tap you with one swipe from their paw.
Yeah, I remember there's that one video that the polar bear standing up in the water. Man, they'll give the tallest NBA player a run for their height. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta think, just because like he looks skinny, but if he stands up and you go to his side, you'll see just how thick he is. He's got layers. Like these animals can take a bullet to the head, to the stomach, wherever. A bullet one taps most humans, right? And bears, grizzly bears have taken headshots, point blank headshots. Boom, taking it. And a polar bear is supposedly the strongest bear, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it a black bear? I think it's a polar bear. It's a polar bear.
They're also absolutely massive.
Damn. Yeah, okay, so I was right. Yeah, brown bear, Asian bear. Yeah, okay. The park ranger was 5'9" tall because she was next to the humanist hall. Oh, okay. Like that's how tall they are compared to us. Everything like if it's smaller than humans, it's got venom and it can still one tap you. If it's bigger than us, it still has venom and can still one tap you without the venom. Where's our amp? Where's my update? I need an upgrade real quick, bro.
And can run like close to 30 miles an hour, which is ridiculous.
I need my PC like rebuilt, my startup fixed. I need everything redone, please.
And for this situation, I will be assuming they're in some sort of Arctic area. And honestly, Gamma Jack could end the polar bear with like one blast, but that's lame. And there's also a chance that the polar bear could catch him lacking.
That's the scene. That was the scene I was referring to because I remember. Was that not based on a true story? It could have been fake, or it could have been a something based off of real life. I know you know what? Let's just look it up. Let's just look it up. A polar bear can be killed with a headshot, but it's not a guaranteed outcome, and the shot must be placed correctly to be effective. Bears are not bulletproof. They thick fur, dense muscles, and fat layers. Some pet them they are not impervious to higher. Yeah, see, but even Google is like, yeah, it can kill them, but you gotta be precise with it. Like you gotta be on your Usopp timer, hitting that shit from far away in the exact spot. Otherwise, like bears are fast too. They climb too. They fast, bro. They are faster than us. No, like they are big and climb. Like some humans are big and just big.
That's lame. And there's also a chance that the polar bear could catch him lacking. So this is closer than you think. Polar bears are expert hunters and they're also like camouflage in that snow, so you wouldn't really be able to see them sneaking up on you. So
Mhm.
for that reason, polar bear
That's why it's so I'm not sure if it's true, but I'm pretty sure that's why it's so easy for them to catch fish because their white fur makes it makes it harder for the fish to see it coming. I don't know how or why, but that's what I think. I think that's true. I'm not sure if it's true.
bears will be going and could beat Gamma Jack.
Eh. Do I see the bear winning? No. I don't see the no. I don't see the bear winning specifically because like it's a bear. And if he hits it with one blast, it's a wrap. He said that. But if you don't want to go that route and he just tackles it, ooh, actually, if he tackles it and the bear hits him one time, I think that's actually good. If we're taking out the fact that he can't just blast it and kill it, and he has to like tangle with it, I think it might be over for him. One good hit and Gamma Jack it's over for him. I would still put it in a bit of. I would put the polar bear in a bit of a scrap.
Brightburn. Now going off of what the movie shows us,
Right. Brightburn is about a kid who's an alien, doesn't know he's an alien, wakes up or remembers he's an alien, and then pretends to not try to kill everyone, but then kills everyone. Like in the movie, it's not spoilers, right? It shouldn't be spoilers. This movie's been out for a while. Yeah, it's not spoilers, right? But in the end, you believe, right? When Brightburn came out, it was like a Superman, so we're all expecting him to go super good. But then he turned into Homelander, and then he started actually killing everyone. Like he kills both his parents. No one, I didn't expect it. I'm sorry, but as a kid, I was like, "What? He kills him?" And then after that, it shows of what he's been doing. He's like he burns his symbol into a city. There was nothing they could do. His parents tried to sneak attack this man multiple times, tried to kill him, and nothing worked. Nothing worked. He just killed them off like they killed his parents so easily. I was like, that world might be cooked. No, the world is cooked. I don't know why it might. It is cooked.
looks like Brightburn can only be hurt by the material from the spaceship he came.
Oh, he can be hurt. I didn't know that. So the material from the spaceship. Okay, so it's still over for them because even if they found or knew where it was, how are you gonna get it from him? Without that, there's nothing they can really do. Right? I don't think there's anything they could do. Even like how would the like in that world, I don't see an outcome where they can just get that ship and go. Like you still have to transport it. I'm pretty sure he has super hearing, super sight, and all that. He got the full kit. He's just a kid and smaller. Well, same thing, but you know what I mean? So I don't really know how the military or like the whole world at that moment would probably unify. And I think once that happens, yeah, they're gonna get it. Eventually, they're gonna get a fragment or a piece. They're gonna get enough of it to counteract him and start making bullets. You know what I'm saying? Start dropping nukes. Stop like ships and all that. They're gonna eventually get that. I do believe that. But before that point, it's pretty much over.
Earth in. Otherwise, he's like completely invulnerable. And I don't think Gamma Jack's gonna find that spaceship, so that's not an option. So
Completely invulnerable. All right. So here's the thing. Right. This bugs me all the time because people love to use this for some reason. Right. Just because a character has not been hurt or damaged in their own show and needs something specific to hurt them in their own show, movie, TV show, whatever, does not make them invulnerable. They can still get one tapped by someone stronger. Just because it hasn't been like in Brightburn, the entire world is all humans. He's the only alien, right? That doesn't make him invulnerable. It just means no one can stop him. Because there's no, if it was someone else like him, it would be in this, it would be equal. That's like, come on, man. Just because someone is invulnerable, because like Gojo's a prime example. Gojo's a prime example, right? Infinity needs the reverse spear of heaven, I think, or something reverse heaven, right? Needs that to break into something, a cursed tool that could break through his infinity. They're like, nothing can get through his infinity. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Just because no one in JJK has gotten through it without the reverse spear of heaven, right, or whatever, does not mean it cannot be broken through. And one of the ways to get through is actually moving light speed or faster than light. Gojo's infinity does is divide the space. It divides space, not time. So it divides space. So the closer you try to get, the further it pushes you away, but at a small level, right? And when you're trying to touch him, it's pushing you like a football field away, but it looks like you're just there. That's what it's doing. And for teleporting and something that warps space and time can get through it, for apparently, right? You know, I don't have an explanation to counteract this. I'm like, okay, fine, that makes sense, right? But then people want to be like, oh, Naruto can't get through it, Gojo can't get through it, Luffy can't get through it. Yes, the fuck they can. Gojo has moved he moves light speed damn near in base. Come on, I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, but don't play with Goku's name like he can't, like he's not squabbling everyone in the new gen right now. The only one that might give him a run for his money is Asta, because he's the strongest new gen right now. No one in my Deku's not beating Asta. Modular Yuji is not beating Asta. Who else? Tanjiro, get out of here. Like, come on. Tanjiro's not doing shit. The whole verse could fight Asta with his hands and legs tied behind his back. He was still one tap the verse, right? And then people want to be like, oh, Naruto loses because he can't get through it. I'm like, no, he doesn't. One, because there's no attack Gojo has that would hurt Naruto. Base form Naruto is not getting hurt by anything. No hollow purple, no reverse blue, curse red, or whatever it's called. Naruto's not getting hit, not getting hurt by any of that. But even if you want to make the argument, oh yeah, sure he can. But you want to know how he gets through it, right? How he gets through Gojo's infinity? If you look up Naruto teleporting Boruto, you will see a manga page which is canon. Boruto manga, Naruto manga, all canon. Nothing you could say. We don't even have to bring up the light novels. But Boruto manga, specifically Boruto states after Naruto grabs him, you're teleporting. That's unfair. Which confirms outright Naruto can teleport. Like, it doesn't matter what you say anymore. He can teleport. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. Like, it's in the manga. It's worded in the manga. He can teleport. He doesn't have to have Minato's kunai to teleport, but he can teleport. That's how he gets through. And Luffy doesn't even have to physically touch him. Like, Naruto has Sage Mode too that can do the same thing, right? But what Luffy's does is Haki, the advanced Haki he learned, Ryu, it allows him, he can either hit an object or force the Haki through and then hit them from the inside. I don't think he has to physically touch, right? Let me see. Right. I can't show it. They might take this whole down. I'm not sure, but right, I don't want to show it just in case, right? But Luffy punches a tree. He doesn't even make contact with the tree. Luffy punches the tree, doesn't even make contact with the tree, and he still blows it up from the inside. That alone is telling you if Gojo's devised by physical, if he has to, if you have to get close to him or physically try to hit him to make infinity work or be physically present, Luffy can just do this. Like, Gojo's so confident in, like, the fight will go like this. Gojo's so confident in himself, he'll stand there and with his hands in his pocket trying to aura farm and be like, yo, try to hit me. Luffy will be like, he'll try to do anything he can, but he'll fail, right? But then he'll go into Ryu and then he'll smack the shit out of Gojo, right? He's smacking that man to the moon and back. Gojo is only in any versus conversation because of infinity. He's weak without it, right? I think Ryu, shit. I'm confident that it does. I'm just really confident that it does.
His only weapon here is his Gamma Blast that aren't going to do anything to Brandon, so I think Brandon wins this pretty easily. He has super speed.
Hey, that kid who played Brightburn, wow, he scared me. Ooh.
Laser eyes, super strength, and he's invincible. Gamma Jack's cooked. So
He's not invincible. Right? That's Mark Grayson, but he's invincible to the humans in his verse.
Brightburn will be going in. They'd beat Gamma Jack. Venom from the legendary Spider-Man 3.
Okay. Now this is where I think he loses. I think this Venom specifically beats him because Gamma Jack's so, just off his character analysis of himself, he's so full of himself, he's gonna let his guard down, thinking he's gonna win. The radiation blast could do damage to Venom, but I don't think it'll last very long. It'll take damage for sure, but I think the second a piece of Venom gets on there, it's over for him. Because this Venom dropped on the Eddie's hand. He pulled it off and it attached to his hand and it kept growing. It grew from itself. If any part of this Venom touches Gamma Jack, it's over. Skip.
Eddie Brock is an elite level hater.
I want you to kill Peter Parker.
So I could see him coming after Gamma Jack because maybe Gamma Jack.
Alright, let's be for real. That was fire though. That was fire. The way it acted like it like crawled to his face like a mask and then uncrawled. The way it crawls around him and form the suit. Fire. Let's be for real. It's fire. The movie, I think this movie was good. I think it was a 7 out of 10. Not better than 2, not better than 1. But what they did with Venom, the only issue is he was human sized. That's the only issue. He was human sized. If you make this Venom buff, I think that's one of the best Venoms you'll ever see.
They'd wood on his grill or something. I don't know. Either way,
Eddie
they're
Brock-
beefing. No, I don't.
Eddie Brock is a different story though. Eddie Brock is 100% a different story. I think the actor did great though. I think he did great.
Know exactly how powerful Gamma Jack's radiation blasts are. It says they can completely disintegrate someone, but would it be able to disintegrate the Venom symbiote?
All right, that's what I just asked. I don't think it could, just because Venom this Venom grows from just parts of himself. He'll grow from a speck of himself and create more of himself. Like he spreads like Venom. Like, what do you like? He spreads like Venom. He gets in your skin, he spreads. That's like, pause. I'm so sorry. I did not mean for that.
I don't know. There's really no way to tell. So I'm going to assume no. Or he really has to lay and spray that motherfucker for it to hurt Venom. You know what I'm saying?
This Venom was the most, like the mannerism wise, it was the most Venom. The way it appeared just crawling on the wall, that's something Venom has and will continue to do. That was great. I'm telling you, the only issue with this Venom is that he was the same size as Peter. He was supposed to be a monster. That's the only issue.
Like, it might hurt Venom, but it might not kill him instantly. Also, I know that the pumpkin bomb scorched the symbiote, but that was after it was separated from its host. And
yeah, true. It did. He was separated first, and when Eddie died first, Venom died too because they bonded at the last second. Wait. Hold on. I just thought about it. What if the Venom we saw in No Way Home, or whichever one Venom showed up in last, what if that Venom was this Venom? I think because every villain was pulled at the time just before their death, right? He just died in an explosion, and he's gone. There's no skeleton, none of that. It looks like it was he got teleported.
but it might not kill him instantly. Also, I know that the pumpkin bomb scorched the symbiote, but that was after it was separated
See that? See that? It looks like he was warped, and that would be fire because I love the way this venom worked, the symbiote specifically. I love the way it crawled and formed his face. That instead of like just forming like how the one does in like the Venom movie, the actual Venom movie. I don't know what's the actual, but the Venom movie, right? I thought it was okay how it just opens up, but I loved how it like patches of it would crawl to the face and then eventually form to the entire mask. That was so cool to me. I think this was the best adaptation of a symbiote. Maybe I had to take. I think this was the best adaptation of a symbiote, though.
from its host and weakened from the noise from the poles. So there's no guarantee that Gamma Jack's radiation blast would completely destroy the symbiote with one shot. And other than his blasts, he doesn't have much else going for him. I've heard people say he can fly, but all his powers are listed right here.
Powers: controlled radiation burst from focus burns to complete disintegration. He can't fly? No, but they in those in that deleted scene, there's a deleted scene that they took out of the second movie, I think, where they show a flashback between Mr. Incredible and that one dude. Mr. Incredible, Gamma Jack, and the other dude.
Being a superhero was never an easy fit for Simon Palladino. He was a serious guy, an oddball who was not naturally engaging. He didn't really understand jokes or how to set people at ease. And of course, there were the eyes. Crazy, light blue eyes that could see in astounding detail, see through many surfaces, and if he focused them right, could burn through solid metal. Add these.
Oh, he had X-ray vision too. Gamma Jack, not Gamma Jack. What's his name? I forgot his name. Gazer beam. Gazer beam had actually like. Oh, that's kind of cool because the way it depends on the way he focused. If he focused hard enough, like almost like squinting, he would shoot lasers. But if like he widened and like stared, it would turn. It would be X-ray vision. That's a really cool way of showing someone's laser ability.
These unsettling eyes to a less than ingratiating personality, and you have an outcast. Although he tried to hide his powers, a few of us had heard about them and approached him. Had to talk him into becoming a superhero. Look about them and approached him. Had to talk him into becoming a superhero. Look, Laser Eyes, the only way you'll ever
Gamma Jack, Mr. Incredible. Is that Frozone?
fit in is to do what we do. Make what's odd about you an asset. Announce your weirdness with a cool name and an outfit, and wear them proudly. I myself came up with the name Gazer Beam. He didn't like it. Wanted something more sober. Viewpoint he liked. He'd say,
"How about Viewpoint?"
"Terrible," we told him. Sounds like a TV show nobody watches. But he liked the fact that we were interested in him, giving him names and arguing about them. We had a club, the first club that wanted him to join, and he accepted.
Oh, no, Gamma Jack is running. Can't fly.
All of it. Us, the outfit, the name Gazer Beam, even came to say it with a strange pride. In time, he became a first-class crime fighter, and for a while, he fit in.
Gamma Jack got a big cape. It's a big-ass cape.
In time, he became a first-class crime fighter, and
Oh, that is Frozone. Oh my god, I thought that was his cape, my bad. So that is Frozone.
for a while, he fit in. We all did. When it ended, and we all had to go underground, he used his alter ego to fight for superhero rights. But he had trouble adapting to civilian life. His problem is common to superheroes. He got used to being useful. He needed to be useful. A bad man exploited that desire, that weakness, to attract Gazer Beam and other superheroes, individually, in secret, and one by one to kill them off. I was drawn into it too, almost became another victim. If it weren't for a clue Gazerbeam left behind, heroically, in his dying moments. This nightmare was made much worse by the fact that we supers were all, and are all still, in hiding. Being separate, being hidden, weakens us. Every one of us are engines with energy to burn. Engines don't like to idle. They want to be used. If you block energy from driving us forward, the same energy will gladly drive us backward. As a society, we must always support what is best in us. If someone wants to help, we should embrace that desire, encourage it, fan it into a flame, and look to the young to be inspired enough to take up the fight. We look to the day when supers are invited to rejoin society. Until then, we'll hide and wait for our next chance to do good. Now let's take a moment to remember Gazerbeam, Stormicide, Psychwave, Vectress, Everseer, Macroburst, Flange, Blazestone, Downburst, Hypershock, Apogee, Blitzerman, Tradewind, Gamma Jack, and all of the other heroes we lost in this tragedy. All of the supers who died wanting only to help.
Okay, I'm not on the fence about keeping that in the movie. Right? I think that would have been an amazing credit scene. Amazing credit scene. I don't think it deserves to be in in the actual movie. It deserves to be after, right? But yeah, overall, that did confirm that Gamma Jack cannot fly. He runs. So I was thinking this whole time he could fly, but now that I know that he can't, he probably loses the ones I thought he would win.
And all it says is that he has radiation blasts. So if that doesn't work, he's kind of cooked. Venom might put his nuts in his face. But if Venom could eat a few of them and keep coming while Gamma Jack keeps his distance, we have ourselves a good fight. So I'm going to put Venom in a bit of a scrap.
Nah, see, now that I know he can't fly, Deadshot has definitely a 7 out of 10. Deadshot could win because no, that's wrong. Wrong one. I would go Deadshot. They beat the Gamma Jack. I think Brightburn probably takes that dub too. No, he does because that laser vision. The Polar Bear actually has a much higher chance than you think. Venom definitely wins. They'd beat Gamma Jack. Not a no diff, but they'd win. So yeah, I think everything's the same except just move Mystique and Venom and Deadshot up.
In a bit of a scrap. Catwoman from the Batman movie.
I don't know if you can hear me whistling, but rewrote your brain chemistry.
Don't need
Yeah. There's no other answer. There's no other answer.
to say much here. Killmonger. Again,
Yeah, he's winning. He's winning because nothing like the vibranium is vibranium is immune to like everything. Like everything. It's only the wearer that makes it weak. It's like his Black Panther suit may be strong, but he has physical limitations. His suit is indestructible, but he can still be sent flying. Like all that still, it doesn't matter if the armor doesn't break. It's like the same thing as wearing those stomach pads and being punched. Like it didn't break or nothing, but you felt it and you can still feel it, right? Sort of like that.
not sure what Gamma Jack's radiation blasts are actually like, but I would assume the vibranium suit would be able to eat it. The vibranium suit is just overpowered as hell, and if the blasts don't work, then Gamma Jack's kind of cooked. Killmonger's basically invulnerable with the suit on. He has increased strength, senses, speed, everything. I think he's also trained in multiple martial arts because he was able to scrap with Black Panther, so he would probably slap the taste out of Gamma Jack's mouth and call it a day. So Killmonger will be going in. They'd beat Gamma Jack. Not much Gamma Jack could do here unless his radiation blasts are more powerful than I'm giving him credit for. The demon from It Follows. Since this demon is spread through doing it with someone, Gamma Jack would probably be in for it. A good looking red.
What kind of premise is that for a movie? What?
Head might hit on him looking to spread the demon, and Gamma Jack knows just as well as I do, if the roof is rusted, the basement's flooded. So he'd probably do it. Now the question is, would he survive the demon? I don't think so. Even if he disintegrates the demon, it'll just keep coming until it gets the job done. It could be that same day, it could be the next week, it could be 20 years from then, but eventually it'll get him.
20 years? You could have had sex with someone 20 years ago and it'll pop up like, yo, remember me? Popping up like Moonlight asking Dracula for his money. Bro, what? Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't. It's an actual, I'm guessing it's an actual demon. I should add the only people infected can see the demon. Only the people infected can see the demon. The demon can look like anybody and it can never die. Oh, yeah, I'd rather live in zombie apocalypse. Walking Dead for sure. I don't know. No, I don't think that or World War Z. I haven't even watched the movie, but I saw that pyramid. Only right now. Like, there's a reason why I'm not gonna make it through. And it's not because I died of natural causes. I tell you, the pyramid zombies or this. Yeah, there's no, I'm not, no. 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 I don't think I could make a decision. I think I would rather just go to purgatory. It pretty much is purgatory.
So the demon from It Follows will be going in. They'd beat Gamma Jack, a gorilla. The lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man. Now the lizard was scary as fuck and pretty strong, but again, Gamma Jack would just need to hit him once and he's toast.
Yeah, I think a radiation blast would kill the lizard. Yep.
I don't think the lizard would be able to withstand the gamma blast.
It's probably he could have sent. God, bro, was bulletproof. Oh, he is bulletproof, fireproof, and gas proof. He probably could tank that. It would probably just eat away at his skin until he like shedded. So it's good,
On
man.
more than one occasion, this big ass lizard was somehow able to sneak up on people, and it still has the intelligence of Dr. Connors. So it is possible that the lizard could creep up on Gamma Jack and catch him off guard, but unless he one-shots him, he's probably cooked. And rewatching this movie, he didn't one-tap anybody. Spider-Man was able to go toe-to-toe with him multiple times and eat multiple hits, and his durability isn't even that crazy. Spider-Man's not bulletproof. And yes, the lizard made it clear he was actually trying to pack up Spider-Man before he knew it was Peter Parker.
You won't stop me again.
Off topic, but the Spider-Man suit from the first Amazing Spider-Man was top tier. I don't give a what anybody says.
If I gotta be honest, I think this. No, I can't say that. No, the suit's perfectly fine. I think it's the over design again. They always add a little extra something for some reason to make it look different. But if you would remove all this extra like shit right here and make it like look like a spandex instead of like these are all hexagons that he's got into the suit, and it looks amazing. It looks perfectly fine, but the lenses are really, really small. Cross between like a squint. It's almost like he's like always squinting, which is why it's like it's so scary and menacing, which is not what Spider-Man's supposed to be. But again, this was a grieving Peter Parker, so I can get over that. But like the hands are like it's like blue and red all over here. Like you didn't need to do all that. I don't think he didn't do that because Peter put way too much thought into this so fast and simple. It kind of throws you off.
Says that suit with the gold eyes went hard. Anyways, I think if the lizard snuck up on Gamma,
I would give the suit, if I had to rate the suit, I would give it an 8. Tom Holland's suit in the Brand New Day, it hasn't come out yet, but his suit in the Brand New Day is almost a 10 out of 10. It's a 9.5 because the eyes are small. I'm sorry. I don't like the eyes. The eyes make it so awkward. If they would make the eyes bigger but movable, that works perfectly fine. I think that would still be really cool because you like the aspect of the blue and red is coming from both of them, right? And you can also make that be the same thing for his eyes.
Jack, he could hit him once, but then he'd get disintegrated. So I'm gonna put the lizard and could land a few juicers.
I'll put him in a bit of a scrap. Yeah, I put him in a bit of a scrap.
You could definitely argue this ranking, but that's what I'm going with.
Oh no, I'm gonna put him in. They could beat Gamma Jack. That's why I'll put him in.
Homelander from season 1.
It occurred. The the lizard should probably go in. They could beat Gamma Jack. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. I just said that. I would put him in. They could beat Gamma Jack.
Homelander from season 1.
All right, I don't. I'm being honest with you. I have a 100% bias right here, right? Gamma Jack is wiping the floor with Homelander, right? Like Homelander is one of those cases where he needs to lose. He shouldn't win any. Like Spider-Man, like let's be for real. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a 10 toes. Let's keep it a 12 toes. 100 stacks of beans or snowflakes or whatever. Something that stands tall like a bridge. 100 stacks bridges, right? They stand down, right? Spider-Man is packing up the entire 7. Depends on what Spider-Man you use. Like if we're talking about the movies, no, I don't think so. I think he's taking down. I think A-Train and Homelander would be his bigger problem. But everybody else, but the rest would eventually get on any of those Peter Parkers by themselves. But if we're going comics, let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a stack. He's wiping the floor, symbiote or no symbiote. He's wiping them. Homelander has trash durability. And I think they said, yeah, this version of Homelander is stronger than the comics one because he got the V1. It didn't really do much besides mean that he was immortal. That's pretty much it. He was immortal. Right? That's pretty much it, right?
I'm going with specifically season 1 Homelander because he was actually fairly stable, intelligent, and was actually shown to be like a lower level Superman.
Right. That plane scene was what got a lot of people hooked into the show too. Because it was like, oh yeah, he's a sadistic evil person with Superman's powers now. Not a Clark Kent Superman. He's a new character with a new story, new origin with all Superman powers, a realistic version of Superman.
Compared to the later seasons where he's like a low IQ, off the rails scrub. Now, a lot of people might.
Right, but that only happened because he's been strong for so long. It's like, what do I gotta fucking be smart for? What do I gotta be like do all this other shit for? Like, who's gonna stop me? At the end of the day, who's gonna stop me?
Self included, like to dog on Homelander, but if I'm keeping it to stack, he's overpowered. It's stated in the show that they've thrown every weapon on Earth at him, and he's been able to take it.
There isn't a weapon on Earth that they haven't thrown at him. They've all failed.
It's also shown and stated that he's more powerful than Soldier Boy, and we saw
Season 3, that's exactly what's happening. It's action, it's fight, it's actual superpowers and like being used. This whole fight was amazing. It was great because it was actual action, but the scene where they go into the bunker and get all mind work by the government drug that people were using, right? It was okay, but it was mostly like, yeah, okay. No one's gonna die. We all knew no one was gonna die, but still. You have to be entertaining and not just conversational. The season 4 was mostly conversational.
experimented on, and nothing could even come close to damaging him. So I doubt Gamma Jack's radiation blast would work, so he might be cooked. And before you say, oh, but Soldier Boy could have smoked Homelander with his radiation blast, that shit didn't even kill Maeve, so I doubt it. You also can't say that because...
Yeah, it didn't kill Maeve. Wait, but is that... So Queen Maeve was a human after that, or did she keep her powers? I don't know.
It was never used on Homelander anyways. Homelander could laser him from a distance, he could punch straight through him, launch him into space, kind of just do whatever he wants, because the radiation blasts are all he has. Homelander is a lower level Superman, so whether you like...
Nah, after season 4, and we know that uranium is his actual weakness. Yeah, he loses. He loses by Gamma Jack's literal presence. It doesn't matter. His powers deplete literally instantly. He's around radiation or uranium.
It or not, with consistent writing, Homelander would win. So I'm gonna have to put Homelander in the...
No, I would put Homelander in could lend a few juicers, or could lend a few juices, or no chance. That's the only places he can go.
beat Gamma Jack. Andrew from Chronicle. You could argue he's not a villain, but whatever.
I've seen clips of this show, but I have not watched it. So
sneak around my house smiling? I'm onto your shit.
I went through your camera.
I just see you being happy? Was that what that was? I just see you smiling?
What did you see? Just you being a loser.
Telekinesis is already one of the most overpowered abilities someone could have, but Andrew could also fly with his, as well as make a barrier around him, making him nearly invulnerable. But The winner of this would be who gets who first, you know what I mean? If Andrew isn't consciously putting a barrier around him, then Gamma Jack could probably vaporize him. We saw something similar happen at the end of Chronicle. But if Andrew sees him coming and he's ready,
I haven't seen it, so that kind of scared me for a second.
he could crush him instantly or just do really anything he wanted to him, because telekinesis is overpowered. I also assume that if Andrew
Just from the clips he's shown, I love the it's like the wide shot actions, and it's not just like all close ups. I love it because it gives you a perspective of the outside viewer and lets you know this is when they throw the car, they're not just throwing the car and the car disappears. The car hits something and blows something up, or hits and kills someone. That's something they need to use often. Like then like they can make it a full action scene where it's a wide shot, they're fighting, then it transitions, somebody flies or somebody comes close to the camera, and then it transitions into the first or second POV. That would be amazing.
has that barrier around him, he'd probably be safe from the Gamma Blast. So for that reason, Andrew will be going in. They could beat Gamma Jack.
So I don't really know much about this character to say anything, so I'm gonna just go with whatever he says for this one.
Alright, that's my list. She's not perfect, but it is what it is. It was pretty hard to rank considering there's no footage on this guy, but you know, what can you do? Let me know what you would change, if anything, and why. Also, let me know what videos you guys want to see next. But that's all I've got for you guys today, so I'll see you.
Alright. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed that. I 100% loved that. That was super fun to watch and talk. I'm clearly a nerd talker. I'm not an actual conversational talker. I'm a nerd talker. So I enjoyed these videos and talking to myself and looking at a camera and looking at my other monitor while looking at another camera. Right. So yeah, I enjoyed these. I'm definitely gonna do more of these because I'll probably get the most use out of these with what I'm doing or trying to do. So I think this is something I'm gonna stick with for a while until I can transition into more stuff, which will happen, by the way. So glad you stayed, glad you watched. See you again next time we talk.